of sitting in the therapist chair and working with various populations in various settings. I've seen thousands of people walk through some of their darkest moments. I've learned something powerful, that healing is not what most people think. That it can be different than what people expect, that process. My name is Tommy McGee, and I'm a licensed mental health therapist that has been working for 28 years in the field of mental health and substance use. And today I want to share three of the biggest lessons that I've learned about what it really takes to heal. The first of those three big lessons is that healing isn't linear, right? That healing doesn't happen in a straight line. That there are several potential roadblocks, uh, several different setbacks that can happen in the healing process. And one might imagine that a setback is returning back to square one, which is not necessarily true. I've heard people say and repeat on several occasions, I've taken 4 steps forward, or I've taken 3 steps forward and I take 4 steps back. And seldom is the healing process in reality uh, 3 steps forward and 4 steps back. And I'm not going to claim that there are no setbacks in that process. In fact, I'm going to say that frequently there are setbacks in the healing process. A good friend of mine says that it's not always whether or not you fall, that frequently comes with those that are in motion, those that are in action. It's really about your get up, and whether or not and what you do to get up. And so in the healing process, that is the same. It's not always that you may fall or what happens when you fall, but it is the coping mechanisms that you utilize, the things that you've learned, the people that you've connected to that will assist you in your get up and what you do when you get up and how you progress up, what you do in your process after you've gotten up. So the first lesson is that healing is not linear, that it is not in a straight line. And the second is that connection is everything, that people heal in safe relationships and not in isolation. That the suggestion that I always give the people that I walk alongside, the clients that I work with, is to take a real close look at their immediate circles, the people that they're in relationship with, the people that they are truly intimately connected with. And I'm not speaking solely on romantic relationships, but the people that they're connected with and that they receive support from. Are these people that they have strong connections with, people that are feeding them, as opposed to people that are taking from them? And I'm not to say that we are not to contribute to our relationships, because I'm one that truly believes that a burden shared is a burden lessened. And so I expect that the people that I am in relationship with at some point in our relationship will need emotional and physical support from me. And so in the healing process, what I want in my immediate circle are people that are willing to offer me the same kind of support, people that are willing to listen to me, people that can hear me and are not awaiting the opportunity to share what is going on with them, but have the ability to take their turn. And so, number two is in that healing process, that connection is everything. And so, I again would suggest that anyone that is at the other end or at the sound of my voice, that they would think about the people they have in their immediate circle and who are those people that are willing to hear what they need to share. Have you helped the people in your circle understand that there may be times when you need to share? So the first is that healing is not linear. The second is connection is everything. And the third is that small wins sometimes matter more than big breakthroughs. Yeah, that small wins sometimes matter more than big breakthroughs. We are all awaiting our mountaintop experience, even in our healing process. very few of us are content with spending all of our time in the valley. Most of us are looking for the opportunity to overcome whatever our current um, challenge might be and looking for victory over those challenges. But sometimes the small wins mean more or are more important than the big breakthroughs. In other words, an example that I would think of is often the people that I would work with that are struggling with substance use challenges or issues, or that may have some mental health challenges. They are looking to fully overcome what those challenges may be. They're looking for long term sobriety and abstinence, or long term relief from whatever symptoms they may be experiencing. And often I remind them that a single day may be improvement over what they've experienced prior to. That a day of a win may be more than what they've experienced prior to. That small win, today's win, may be more important than a year's worth of big breakthrough. So the first in that healing process that I want you to really think about, the first thing I want you to think about is that healing is not linear, that there may be some setbacks, almost guaranteed. The second is connection is everything. Take a look at your relationships and who you can form a better bond with, how you can contribute to their journey. Thirdly is small wins may be more important than big breakthroughs. Experience and enjoy the journey as you work your way to the mountaintop. And if you remember anything as it relates to these three lessons regarding the healing process, if you remember anything, remember that healing is messy, but it's possible. So I want you to write in the comments, what has been your biggest challenge in your healing process? What is it that you're working to overcome right now, today? And I thank you for joining me and be a part of being and living beyond the couch.